Hello there, Couch Co-opers. I am Couch Coop. That is my lemonade, and we are talking about Plants vs Zombies Battle for Neighborville. I reviewed this over a year ago. Guys, the numbers on the videos were massive. I need to relook at it because of this PlayStation 5 boosting aspect. It's being billed as having a 60 frames per second lock and also having a 2160 horizontal pixel count with the vertical at 3840. Frame rates in the PlayStation 4 Pro version were certainly not locked at 60, and we were not looking at those resolutions. Now here's the crunch. Does any of it carry over to the split screen? Now there's some good and bad here. The overall answer is yes, but we are not getting 60 frames per second locked. You'll see straight off that there's a difference in the panning and the smoothness. It's blindingly obvious, but we still have a crisper resolution. I've put a lot of hours into this game on the PlayStation Pro, and I am extremely happy with what I'm seeing with this boosted version. This is so worth going back to. If you own it like me digitally, there's no hassle in getting it over on the 5. I say no hassle. We'll get to that in a minute. I'm about to put an extremely large video out about my collection and what I feel has benefited mostly from the enhancement of the PlayStation 5. When you look at the official lists, there's like 100 plus games on there. I own 410 PlayStation 4 games, and none of them is shit. They're all really good AAA and amazing indie games. I don't buy a game unless it's decent. So I've got a job of going through the list of enhanced games and plucking out what I feel has had a big impact. This was on the list. I booted it up a couple of days ago, and I thought actually it kind of deserves its own video because of this 60 locked on the single screen, and of course that increase in resolution that's so welcome on a split screen game. Now I'm going to say this also, Plants vs Zombies Battle for Neighborville was never a huge frame rate offender. Games like Borderlands 3 are, and I will be looking at them, but there is going to be an official PlayStation 5 patch for games like Borderlands 3 that's going to add 4-player split screen and of course give that resolution a boost. We're not getting that with Plants vs Zombies. It's just getting the standard hardware boost from the list of that 100. So when I'm compiling this new video, I may pluck out any games that are officially released as PlayStation 5 versions. It's even more complicated when you start talking about free upgrades. Games like Nier 2 and Mortal Kombat 11 offer a free upgrade of the PlayStation 5 version of that game. It's the language we need to watch out for here. I recently did a Cyberpunk video 2077, and I was comparing the PlayStation 4 Pro version against the 5 version. That's incorrect because there hasn't been a 5 version yet. All we're seeing is a boosted base level PlayStation 4 aspect of that game. But with the Cyberpunk situation, its differences are so dramatic that it's easily mistaken that you're looking at a tailor-made version of that particular game. I'll put the link in the description, but if you go over and look at that PlayStation Pro versus 5 Cyberpunk capture, it's mind-blowing how much of a jump you have when you put that disc in to the PlayStation 5. That brings me on to the PlayStation 5 storage and what's going on with the SSD and how it splits it up with PlayStation 4 games and 5 games that you download either new or from your hard drive that you've moved over. Young Years just put a video out about this, and there's not enough space on that SSD, and it's got me so wound up with swapping in and out hard drives. I'm actually using 2. I've got a set of games on one and the other. I have to swap out another HDMI cable or another hard drive out the back of that damn machine. I think I'm going to lose my shit. I've got 3 TVs in my lounge at the moment. It's like a footage factory. Talking of footage, it's not all good with PVZ. Have a little look at this clip. There is still some delay on texture load-ins on the cutscenes and things. That's really mind-boggling because we're dealing with one of the most powerful consoles on the market, and this has been updated catering for that power. So that's probably just a bit of coding crap that everyone gets, I don't know. I only noticed it on the replay as well, so scandal. But I think the consensus is I'm extremely happy with what's been done onto this base level version of Plants vs Zombies Battle for Neighborville. It's given that split screen a really welcome boost and made a pretty game prettier. I know it's hard to believe that they've crisped up and improved that one player look so well. 4K and 60 frame peg. I mean, it looks better than a Saturday morning cartoon. It's a really phenomenal art style as well. Game gets a bad press because it's kind of focused at a younger audience, but it's a deep down amazing third person shooter with cool classes and hilarious characters. This is a pure performance test. I didn't go into any of the additional features that have come into the game since I last looked at it a year ago, so apologies to everybody who's expecting an in-depth feature list. Also, just before you go to the comment, you do need a paid PlayStation Access account to play this game online with your buddy. None of that guess nameless profile stuff, that's all finished with, and it is not 4-player split screen to my knowledge yet. If this is the first you've heard of me, I will put the link to the original Plants vs Zombie video in the description, and of course any other split screen material that I've got going on at the moment. The Cyberpunk patch is about to drop. It's going to go crazy because they're looking at the police. And of course more couch co-op on the schedule. I'm so busy. This new video is going to be my largest, I think, since the channel's inception. So hold tight, boys. I'll see you then.